Hi guys, this is FansView TV. My name is Ahmed and I'm joined by two Real Madrid fans, Abdulmutalib and Samuel. The match is over between Real Madrid and Bayern Munich, or Bayern Munich and Real Madrid rather, and it ended 2-2. Bayern Munich 2, Real Madrid 2. But before we talk, I would like to attack Abdulmutalib here. Yesterday, during our match preview, you said you were going to win comfortably, and you even predicted a 3-1 to Real Madrid. So what happened today now, guys? What happened? At the end of the day, it was Real Madrid were even fighting for the draw at the end of the day.
Yeah, football happens now. So that's how football is. You come into the game thinking that you're going to win and all that. But I think on a general note, Madrid tried to play safe. I think that's what Ancelotti tried to do. He didn't want to. He knows that the atmosphere in the Allianz Arena is going to be intense, so he came in trying to play safe. Like he didn't want to, this kind of thing that you go out, with your full force, and then Bayern. He knows that Bayern can capitalize on their attack on Madrid going on all out. So he tried to play safe. If you look at even the way Madrid players are on the pitch, you see that they didn't really put that much effort, apart from maybe Vinicius, Bellingham, and some other players. Most of the players were just strolling on the pitch. Valverde was not even running, Valverde is going to be all out when we go to the Bernabeu, because from the way they've played today, I think Madrid, if they are trying to play, let's just get a kind of a result at their home. When we go back, we finish off the game. I think that was what they did.
Yeah, somebody agree with Abdulmutalib?
Me, I don't tell you this thing since we don't play final with Man City. 2-2 Allianz Arena with that crowd is a very. I will take that results any day, anytime. As when we were even losing 2-1, I was still comfortable because this is the same.
I was even ready to take that result, sir.
This is the same. This is the same Bayern Munich that will still come to Bernabeu. Like Marcel said, from the approach of the game, we're just trying to. At a point, I felt when we got the first goal, we're just trying to dictate the pace of the game to just run out time. Then, unfortunately, Bayern Munich came and gave 2 quick fire goals. Second beginning of second half. Overall, I'm very, very comfortable with this result because I know this level of respect that we showed them today. They're not going to see him for Santiago. Hopefully, Daniel Carvajal is coming back because I felt
because that right side, something was missing on that right side.
Yeah, he was a bit shaky on that right side. Clumsy penalty. I didn't see Jamal doing anything with that ball because we had already had players close to cap. So we played it safe. They will come stand for our house now.
So let's talk about that first goal, Vinicius' first goal. What a pass by
The midfield maestro now. Toni Kroos always turn up. If you can remember against El Clasico, he gave that same pass to Vinicius. I could remember some El Clasicos back. Then another El Clasico again. I think he gave that same kind of pass to Vinicius. So when I saw that, I was not surprised. I wasn't surprised actually, because that is what Toni Kroos does. Like when you least expect him to do, that's when some people were saying. Sorry, let me say this. Some people were saying like, oh, the defenders didn't do enough, blah blah blah. I told them that in football, from the experience I have watching football, about it. See, there's just nothing you can do about it. In fact, I was even expecting Noel, and if he eventually comes out, Vinicius is going to dribble past him. That is just what.
No, I was expecting this guy to. If your defenders should push high up, I feel you too as a goalkeeper, you should come out a little.
You come
Neuer
out a
stayed
little
like
bit,
he was too deep. So Vinicius
too
had
deep, yes.
enough time to do what he
He
wants
had
to do.
enough time, yes.
Enough time.
Because
So
if
I
it was
felt
another keeper,
okay.
he would
Your
have come
defenders
out to
are
clear
going.
the
Your
ball.
defenders are going. Your defenders are going high up. So you too, as a goalkeeper, you have to. Football, to my own understanding, football is all about managing space and exploiting space.
No,
If you
no.
are defending, you manage space. If you are attacking, you exploit the space. So that's
Me. I know. I know Manuel Neuer to be master of like pushing up. I think he was
Yes.
the one that revolutionized that style of goalkeeping
Keeper.
himself, pushing up, coming out straight.
Sweeper goalkeeper.
From his reaction, after he conceded goal, he knew that he made a mistake because
Yes.
that ball, that pass rolled up to inside the 18-yard box.
Inside the 18-yard box.
yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So he
If it was
realized
a normal keeper, would have come out to clear the ball. And the distance between Neuer and the ball is closer than the distance between Vinicius and the goal.
At the same time, they say waiting old man go see when he sit down for chair. If he like make him climb ladder.
If you want to say that Tony Cruz na old man, Mananoya na waiting.
Master na master. No, I talk of line breaking passes. Master na master. In as much as you can fault Mananoya for not coming out, you cannot take away the quality and the weight of that pass from Tony.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
In fact,
it was a very
pass. Tony Cruz was our standard player today. He just come say this Bayern Munich players, I sabi them, he couldn't leave them for me. That's what Tony Cruz. He dictated the pace of the game from the 10th minute.
Remember that attempt? That this thing that he nearly scored.
That thing that Mananoya did. In fact, before he
would have scored that goal.
Before Tony Cruz did that shot, I knew he was going to hit it one time. Baba, just leave him for him. To me, he's the standout player, unfortunately. So I hope that other young aspiring midfielders are watching and would learn from the midfield maestro himself.
Okay.
Seriously.
Okay, so let's
this kind midfielders the mind is supposed to look up to. Not be the McTominay and the you understand? You say a role model. Vinicius score. He go to ballet for them. Say Baba na master. You see him?
I see him.
After the celebration.
I see him.
Yeah.
But my nonna will not score and go to ballet for Bruno Fernandes because he has taught him nothing. Now just to the para. So hopefully next week, whether na Dortmund, whether na PSG, tomorrow, me I know say I go final. And I go carry another cup.
So if you don't see any surprise coming in the second leg.
Full surprise. The only surprise will be the scoreline. Now the only surprise will be that scoreline go loud.
Because yesterday Abdulmutalib's confidence was so high that he said they were going to win 3-1. And when the match started, I was like, when Vinicius scored that goal, I was like, okay, Abdulmutalib said he was going to win comfortably today, and he has scored. But that second half, everything changed.
No, the thing is that, but let me say something.
Let's not take it away. This is a Bayern Munich side. We are coming to play them away at the Allianz Arena. This is a team that has history, that has pedigree of the Champions League football.
But this is not a good Bayern Munich side.
But
a poor Manchester United. Hope you know that a poor Manchester United this season scored 3 goals here. This is not a good Bayern Munich side. We all know that.
Ahmed, the best Arsenal team couldn't move this Bayern Munich team over 2 legs in the Champions League.
So
why?
The problem with Arsenal against Bayern Munich is PTSD.
See now, okay.
No, not PTSD now.
What I'm saying is, people,
I will tell you, this was Bayern Munich days Arsenal 5-0 home and away 5-0 5-0. Did you know they affect us?
Now still us, but Man City beat 4-0 now for their home. What I'm trying to say,
but you don't forget say before last season, the season you won the Champions League, you dazed Man City. You don't forget.
Me, I was not in as much as like I told you when we were losing 2-1, I was still comfortable with the result because this is Bayern Munich. This is Bayern Munich. What people are always saying about this Madrid team in the Champions League is that history and the heritage of the Champions League football is a different spirit entirely. This same thing applies to Bayern Munich. Everybody is saying Bayern Munich no dey form, Bayern Munich no form. They are in the semi-finals of the Champions League football, and they didn't have a smooth ride. In fact, when they drew them up against Arsenal, people had already written them off. I was telling my friends, there is no way you will tell me Arsenal. I don't care who wins first leg or who wins home or away. You cannot do the double over Bayern Munich and remove them from this Champions League football because it's more than form. It's not just when it comes to Champions League football. It's a game of very small margins. Little things can cost you. That's where experience comes in. That's where we've been here, done that before comes in. You cannot just come and write off Bayern Munich. If you look at experts and professional football pundits before this game, they could not confidently pick out a side that was going to win. You understand? Because they were saying this is a heavyweight game. History. If you look how many times, I think before I was saying the statistics, we've
11-12.
Yeah, 11-12. Yeah. So it is a very tight, and this Bayern Munich team still has a bit of those players that have proven themselves over time than Madrid players. If you look at our 11, how many players have been in this squad that have been there when we're doing it in the Champions League? How many? Maybe Dani Carvajal, Luka Modric, and Toni Kroos. But this Bayern Munich team still had similar of those leaders that had been there. I was seeing Müller in the starting lineup. I was like, okay, this Tuchel know what he's doing, because when it comes to Champions League, it's a game of very tiny margins. One split wrong decision, one split hesitation, like we saw in Manuel Neuer case, can cost you the game. So you don't just look at this Champions League competition based on form. You understand?
Yeah.
So
I think
let's not overlook that it was a Bayern Munich side we're playing away from home.
That's this kind of thing that I've always mentioned. La Liga, Champions League, Madrid tend to have I think Madrid is one of those teams that will score 1-0 maybe in the first half, maybe in the early, and would want to hold on to that scoreline to the end of the match without having to press. I don't know if you've seen that whenever Madrid is playing. I don't really fancy that, that spirit and everything. But I think Zidane's time to Ancelotti, Zidane had that, that kind of spirit to kind of respect our opponents. If you look at back, score like maybe 6-7 goals and will still be. But Madrid will score like maybe 2-3 goals and you see 1-0, you see Madrid playing as if they are assured that they are going to win that game. So I think that also came into play in this match. Immediately or something where a little bit relaxed, we're even more relaxed. It was after that second goal and that penalty that holding on to the ball, blah blah blah. I think they wanted, to get at least a draw in the match, so that whenever we go come back for the final leg.
Let me chip in something too. Sorry to cut you. For Ahmed will always say, me, I'm anti-Carlo Ancelotti, that I'm always criticizing and criticizing. This is one of the games that I would say I was impressed with his timing of substitutions and the substitutions he had. The balls he had to move Bellingham at that particular point in time.
Yes.
I never saw that coming, but it was a necessary change.
Yeah.
In the game, because I felt at that time Bellingham wasn't really
Rodrigo.
Yes, and Rodrigo too. And we needed that spark, that dynamic, that unpredictability. And that's what the likes of Brahim Diaz brought into the game, that spark. So kudos to Ancelotti on the substitutions on this one. He got it absolutely right.
Okay. So what are we expecting now? Before we go, what are we expecting in the second leg?
I don't tell you this thing. Left to me, Sha. You
remember,
you know.
Don't disrespect Bayern Munich. Don't disrespect Bayern. All right.
I'm not disrespecting Bayern Munich. I'm just saying I would have taken a 2-1 loss to the Bernabeu comfortably, because there's no way I see Bayern Munich keeping a clean sheet at the Santiago. You understand what I'm saying? But at the same time, like I said, but I feel with these results going to the Santiago is advantage Real Madrid.
A very good result, yeah.
So what's your final thoughts, Abdulmutalib? What are you expecting next week?
Yeah, I'm expecting the same. Let me not say the same game as we just saw. I'm expecting a more intense, a more kind of balanced. Let me not say attack-minded game. A kind of a more balanced game, because Ancelotti is going to be switching between a dilemma of attack and defense at the same time. I know you'll be having the doubt of, okay, let's not go out to attack, and then when we go out, these guys will exploit the space and all that. So he will try to balance, the this in between. So it's just going to be a normal game, and of course an intensive game, but in the end, Madrid will definitely come out on top.
All right. Oh, well, now we'll see in the second leg at the Santiago
Bernabeu. I forgot this, like Carvajal. That, and if you notice that right side today, I think Boala started talking about. I think throughout the second half, we didn't even use that right side. So, yes. And that is as a result of Carvajal being absent in that game. So I think Carvajal is coming back in that game and is going to give us that necessary spark that we need. Remember, most of our goals starts with a Carvajal cross.
Okay.
Voila.
Voila now.
Ronaldo, that.
It was an interesting game, Sha. 2-2 draw. But let's see how the second leg will be. Congratulations, guys.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Thank you very much for joining me, guys. See you next time.
Peace out.